So I have immense confidence on the ETF. I think there's 11 different filings pending with the SEC to launch ETFs, from everybody from Bitwise to Franklin Templeton and a whole bunch of people in between. I think those will be live in the second half of this year. We have seen, even outside the United States, you have live ETPs. And at a time when a lot of outflows are exiting some of the crypto ETFs, you're seeing inflows into XRP. And I think that's because you had this false negative pressure from the SEC, this kind of, an exogenous hand holding things down that's now being released. And that's great for the market. That's great for builders within the XRP ecosystem globally.
Absolutely historic day for XRP. SEC dropping their appeal versus Ripple. And make no mistake, this is a big deal. Some people will tell you it doesn't matter, it's already baked in. Oh, heck no. This clears the way for an XRP ETF to get approved. There's a lot of big investors out there that they needed this to happen before they would jump in. I was listening to an institutional investor the other day talking about crypto on Bloomberg. They said 99% certainty isn't enough. That doesn't work for them. They don't play that game. And then the adoption of this technology. Again, you're not going to build out your whole suite of, payment services and everything else you're doing if you're not sure if this thing's going to get shut down, even if it's a very minute chance. This just clears the way for investment money to flow in, for the adoption of this technology. Today was a game changer. Now, Ripple still has their side of the appeal. Something tells me, though, they're working with the SEC. Otherwise, the SEC would probably make them drop theirs before they agreed to drop their side of things. And so they're going to find out some sort of solution. Brad Garlinghouse confirming, we would have walked away before, but at this point in time, everyone else got free passes. We kind of would like our $125 million back, at least part of it. And they should get it back. Come on. So, people were looking at this, saying the price didn't go to the moon today. Didn't have a huge effect. First and foremost, what did it go up? 10%? What is that, about 25 cents? Something like that. Most of us bought XRP at 20, 25, 30 cents. It's basically everything we've put in there, we got stacked on top today. Like, we're getting to the point where 10% moves. It's no joke. It's no minor thing. But if you think back to when Ripple originally won that court case, it went on a little run and then came back to earth, and everyone said, oh, it didn't mean anything. Didn't really matter. It was already baked in. Then the exchanges started relisting XRP. People were able to start investing in XRP. There was clarity. And when this space took off on a growth phase, XRP shot up above $2 and it hasn't gone down since. This will be the same way. This will lead to those big catalysts that do push the price up in a significant manner. And it matters. Don't let anyone tell you it doesn't. This is a huge victory. And everything Gary Gensler worked so hard on, all the violence he brought to this space just swept away like it never happened. Just a great day. Let's take a look at this. Stuart Alderati saying, today Ripple moves forward stronger than ever. This landmark case sets a precedent for the domestic crypto industry. It's also a reminder how much better we have it today than just last year. Not that long ago, and what we can expect going forward. You take a look at crypto asset values in the past, they all have to be, significantly more valuable now, and the market will eventually reflect that. With the SEC dropping its appeal, Ripple is now in the driver's seat, and we'll evaluate how to best pursue our cross appeal. Again, Ripple would have went away. The SEC started this, but now they see, hey, it's possible. It's very likely we're going to get new regulations that roll out that clear all this up, and probably a safe harbor as well. And they should be able to take that back, either the Judge Torres, or go forward with their appeal and get most of that, all of that, some of that money back. And it's no minor amount. I mean, you can do damage with $125 million. You can go out and do acquisitions. You can build out your system. That is productive capital that you would rather just not give to the government if you don't have to. And I think they're going to get all of it back before it's said and done. And maybe once we get that new SEC chair in place, they'll figure out how to make this happen. Metal Lawman saying, you know what, why didn't Ripple just dismiss their side of things? Well, Ripple has been negotiating with the SEC for a better deal that just mutually dismisses the appeals. They want that 125 back. Metal Lawman sees what I'm seeing here. And here's the other thing. There's no real downside risk other than maybe some continued legal fees. We have clarity. Judge Torres said XRP is not a security. We have clarity. The SEC, they dropped their appeal. They're going to approve XRP for an ETF. That's going to happen. It's going to happen this year. As Brad Garlinghouse stated in the opening here, he's confident it's going to happen second half of 2025. Going to be a big game changer when that happens. Introduce XRP to an entirely new class of investor. The past, we weren't even on US crypto exchanges. Now you're going to have access on US crypto exchanges, in traditional finance like your brokerages, your retirement accounts, wherever you might want to invest in XRP, you're going to have access. That's not like anything we've seen before. There's no risk. We don't need to drop Ripple side of things. All the stuff we care about as XRP investors, that's done. That's victory. That's game over. If they want to try to claw back some of that money, go after it. Can't get any worse than what we have right here. Yeah, might as well. This is, sweeping victory, and nothing can take that back. Modern investor, just a OG veteran in this crypto space. Really, really enjoy throughout the years all the coverage he's done. He says, congratulations to every single person who bought and held XRP. And this is the deal. It's just like we're waiting for this crypto bull market to take off. And you can sit back and wait until you get confirmation. A lot of us that had XRP, you bought it at 20, 25 cents, 30 cents. Maybe you waited till this bear market, you bought it at 50 cents. But if you waited until the day this court case ends, well, you're paying over $2. And it's going to be the same thing for everything in front of us. You pick your point to try to front run things. This market's going to take off. We are going to see explosive, price momentum here soon enough. I can't tell you if it's today, tomorrow, but it's going to happen. And you got to pick your spot to go after it. And if you don't, you're going to be paying significantly higher prices for crypto assets in general, no less XRP. Bitnomial set to launch the first ever regulated XRP futures in the US tomorrow. And that's a big deal. Again, I'm no market guru, but usually futures front run ETFs and they get that, regulated trade history, and it's a big deal. So again, futures might not be something that I use in investing in XRP futures. You may not invest in XRP futures, but it's an important step that leads us to an ETF. We see Charles Gasparino, clown man here. He just doesn't get it. He says it's clear the SEC believes, XRP passes the Ethereum decentralization test as it's trading today. These guys just can't stop making it up as they go. Brad Garlinghouse correcting the record. There is no Ethereum decentralization test at the SEC. This is fiction. Charles Gasparino, he's buddies with Clayton. He's buddies with Hinman, just trying to push that narrative. And I think in some of his reporting, again, where he was tacking on to Eleanor Terrett, saying he knows something, and it just shows he was spitballing it. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's talking an old school narrative that was shown by Judge Torres to not have any basis in fact or any basis in law. Just ridiculous, and he won't let it go. This guy doesn't know anything. Lastly, Jeremy Hogan kind of wrapping it up for us really nice. The SEC has apparently dropped its appeal. We heard that. As far as negative outcomes, what we already have. Judge Torres making Ripple pay a $125 million penalty. And again, as XRP investors, we don't really care. That's a Ripple corporate issue. They have the funds to pay it. It's not going to hurt them. If they can get it back, hey, I'm all for it. Why not? Just more money they can invest into infrastructure, invest into this space. But we don't need that as investors. That's up to them if they want to chase it down. The next option is Ripple continues its appeal and tries to win an appellate court. They may get a lot of this stuff reversed. I think Judge Torres was very sound on her logic, but I think she tried to give both sides a little something here, hoping they would settle out. In the prior administration, the prior SEC leadership just wouldn't do it. They could have had all that money in their pocket. Just ended this thing. They just would not do it. Ripple agrees to drop its appeal and the parties attempt to amend the judgment. So they go back to Judge Torres. And for that, we might need to have a safe harbor pass. We might need to have new regulations. Both are coming soon. So that's a very viable path as well. But that doesn't hold us back, the XRP investor. Again, that just means Ripple's money sitting in an escrow collecting interest. Maybe they have to fork it over. Maybe they have to get to keep it. For our intents and purposes as an XRP investor, we don't even have to worry about this stuff. Lastly, Ripple agrees to drop its appeal, and the parties enter into some sort of agreement without trying to even go back to the judge. They just have personal side agreements. Fair enough. Or actually, lastly, Ripple just pays the fine and moves on. They just forget about it. Whatever. The future in front of us is brighter. Let's just not worry about all this stuff. Either way, this was a huge ending to this long and vicious battle. XRP investors, you paid the ultimate price. We had some price action last run. Make no mistake. What did it go up to? $1.80, something like that? I mean, if we were investing in any stock, we would love that type of performance. But we weren't. We were robbed of a full bull run. We don't get that back, but we get some justice. And we're going to get a massive victory this bull run. And I just can't wait to see it materialize. It's coming. We just have to wait for the rest of the market to fall in line here. But this is the perfect setup. Let me know what you think down below. As always, please like, please subscribe. The revolution will be televised right here on Jungle Link.